Hi everyone, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Amanda.
And welcome back to Take 10 with EnviroCleanse, where we take 10 minutes out of the day to discuss different ways that you can live a less toxic lifestyle. So in the last video, we talked about MCS, what it is, and how it affects the people that are afflicted with it, and those who are friends and family of those with MCS. And it was, just to recap, it's a little known autoimmune disease that's primarily affected by poor air quality. So today, we're going to talk about how MCS, along with other autoimmune diseases, are affected by air quality. And we're going to touch on some of those autoimmune diseases affected by the air that you're breathing.
Normally, your immune system protects you from harmful, dangerous things that are like inside or in the air you're breathing, so bacteria, viruses. But with autoimmune diseases, it has a hard time of distinguishing between potential threats like bacteria and viruses and just normal body tissues and organs. So your immune system will start to attack your own body, and this can cause a wide range of pain and complications for many people who suffer. Although genetic factors were believed to be like the key proponent of autoimmune diseases, the development of autoimmune diseases have started to, we've kind of seen correlations with other factors, including environmental risks, such as the air you're breathing. Several studies have provided substantial evidence for the relationship between the air and the quality of the air and the pollution levels and the development of autoimmune disease. We have learned that our indoor air can be much more toxic than the outdoor air, so finding ways on how to mitigate the toxins and potentially harmful particulates in your air can maybe help with autoimmune disease and maybe the symptoms. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit further on, about how we can mitigate these different things that could be triggering autoimmune symptoms. There are thousands of chemicals that we bring into our home. From the products that we buy, your laundry detergent, household cleaning products, furniture, a lot of different things in our homes that could be producing a bunch of chemicals into our air. And all that stuff can just get sucked into it. And especially with newer homes, the ventilation is not the best as the builders are trying to make homes more efficient, I guess.
Yeah, more insulated.
Yeah, so lower bills, but this could be affecting our health in the long run. So with all these chemicals in the air, we're at a higher risk of developing some complications such as autoimmune diseases.
Yeah. So there are a whole bunch of different autoimmune diseases out there, MCS being one of them, which we spoke about in the last episode. So just a few of the more common ones that you've probably heard of, just so you can kind of get the idea of what an autoimmune disease is. The first one is rheumatoid arthritis, or RA. According to the Arthritis Foundation, about 1.5 million Americans suffer from rheumatoid arthritis. When you have RA, your immune system starts to attack the linings of the joints, which cause the joints to become inflamed, swollen, and cause a great deal of pain. So that's just gives you an example of whenever your body is attacking itself because it thinks it's a foreign object or a disease, like your joints. Your joints aren't there to hurt you. Your joints are important, but your body isn't recognizing that distinction, so it's attacking them. A study by the Nurses Health Study in 2009 suggested that pollution emissions from road traffic may be an environmental factor responsible for exacerbation of these symptoms.
Well, if you think about it, there's so many cars on the road, especially since we live in Florida, like just cars everywhere. And so you have to figure that it has some type of impact on our overall health.
Various studies confirm this hypothesis and also found that multiple sclerosis, or MS, occurrence and hospitalization was associated with exposure to similar air pollutants. Multiple sclerosis, as a lot of people know, MS, is where your immune system attacks the myelin coating that protects nerve fibers. This leads to a disturbance in the communication between your brain and the rest of your body. Signs can vary from tingling and tremors to dizziness and slurred speech. That's another really common one. So another one is lupus, which we find to be pretty common. It's another autoimmune disorder that scientists have been testing. Lupus is a chronic inflammatory disease that occurs when your body's immune system attacks your own tissues and organs. Inflammation caused by lupus can affect many different body systems, including your joints, your skin, kidneys, blood cells, heart and lungs. Organs that aren't out to harm your body, but your body is having a hard time finding that distinction. Yeah. The symptoms of lupus can be tiredness, headaches, painful joints, and swelling. A study conducted in Brazil has confirmed a direct link between an individual's personal exposure to fine pollution particles and their lupus disease activity or flares. As much as poor air quality has affected these internal organs, it also affects the largest organ of the body, which is the skin. The prolonged or repetitive exposure of the skin to air pollutants has been associated with skin aging and inflammatory or allergic skin conditions such as psoriasis. This autoimmune disease is a skin condition that can cause your skin cells to grow really, really rapidly. And an estimated total of 7.5 million Americans have psoriasis. The most prevalent type of psoriasis is plaque psoriasis, which shows up as raised red patches covered with a buildup of dead skin cells. Psoriasis flare-ups are shown to increase in the presence of pollutants, especially a chemical called cadmium, and that's a common toxin, especially in industrial regions where you have a lot of air pollution. So that just kind of show like there's tons of studies and tests that have linked air pollution and your health, especially autoimmune conditions. But so many people are left just treating the symptoms instead of treating the cause of it, which in a lot of cases is your air quality. The best way to treat these symptoms is to reduce your chances of developing or exacerbating the symptoms, and that would be putting an air purifier in your home to improve your air quality. And you want to be careful when you are selecting an air purifier that you're choosing one that isn't just going to hold on to the different chemicals and toxins, but it's actually going to eliminate them. So that's why you would want to avoid something like carbon or activated carbon, especially because that is going to hold on to the chemicals. So whenever it comes time to change out the filter, as you're changing it, they're just going to pop right back out into the air. Especially if you're changing it yourself, you'll have a very concentrated exposure to those chemicals. So you definitely want to be careful of that. So that's why something like the EnviroClean's mobile air system is really great, because it has that air cartridge that destroys the VOCs and the chemicals, and it won't re-release back into your air whenever you're changing it out or if it doesn't have the chance to get full. So.
All right, well, that's it for this episode of Take 10.
Go ahead and leave a comment with any questions you might have about autoimmune conditions. We also have a really great resource page on our website that connects you to different health-related websites and naturopathic doctors and MDs that can answer questions that you have about autoimmune conditions and the best ways to treat them. Definitely check those out. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, so there are a few different symptoms of MCS, and many people associate reactions to chemicals as an allergy, but in reality, MCS reactions have different body mechanisms than normal allergic reactions. So traditional allergies produce a few specific symptoms to a limited number of natural inhalants, such as you inhale pollen, you get a scratchy throat or itchy eyes. Whereas with MCS, it's a much wider range of complex symptoms caused by a bunch of different chemicals. And the symptoms, the reactions involve every organ of the body. It's not just the eyes, it's not just a scratchy throat. It can be everything from head to toe that's affecting you.